Welcome to the Lumos Learning Video Sampler for Grade 5. My name is Luis Anthony Ast. I'm a professional mathematics tutor, and I'm here to show you how easy math can be. I will be going over select questions from the diagnostic test that is provided online and in print form. When each question is presented in the video, I want you to pause it right after the choices of A, B, C, and D are listed. Try to answer the question and then press play to see the correct answer and my explanation. Now, let's get started. If y equals 25, then what is 539 minus y? The correct answer is A, 514. Let's see why. If y is 25, then you want to find out what is 539 minus y. Well, we can do a substitution. The way I like to do that is I write down the formula, and in place of the variable, the y, I'm going to put 25 in its place, but I use a set of parentheses first as a placeholder. I call this whole thing a template. And I'm going to put 25 inside. Now just go ahead and do this subtraction. 539 minus 25 is going to be 514. If n equals negative 5, then what is n minus 14? The answer is just going to be negative 19, which is answer C. To get that, I'm going to write this as a template. So I'm going to put parentheses in place of the n, and then just write down the number. In place of n, n is equal to negative 5. So I'm going to put a negative 5 inside here. And it turns out negative 5 minus 14 is going to be negative 19. What shape is created if you connect the following points? 1, 1, 5, 1, 3, 3, and 7, 3. The answer is going to be D, parallelogram. Let's plot the points to see why. Here's the shape you're going to get. Well, it's definitely not a square or a triangle. What about a rhombus? Well, for a rhombus, the sides have to be of equal length. And just looking at the picture, it's a bit stretched out, isn't it? So no, it's not a rhombus, so it has to be a parallelogram. Find the decimal for 9 and 15 hundredths. Probably the best way to answer this question is to look at our four choices. We want 9 and 15 hundredths. Which one of these will say that? Well, this is 915. It's too big. This is just 9, it's just a whole number 9. Look at D. You don't even have a whole number 9 in front. This is 915 thousandths. That cannot be the answer. C has a 9 as a whole number, yeah, but we now have 15 thousandths. 3 decimal places is the thousandths place. That cannot be the answer. So B needs to be the answer. 9 and 15 hundredths. What is the value of the 3 in 29,836,085? The value of 3 in this number has a value of 30,000, which is choice C. To get that, look at each place value for each number until you reach 3. Anything past that, you don't care. The 5 is in the ones or units place, and we have the tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. So we have 3 10,000s. 3 times 10,000 is 30,000.
Which of the following is a prime number?
Before we answer this question, we need to realize that a prime number is a number that is divisible only by 1 and itself. Let's go ahead and look at each and every one of these. 18 is divisible by itself, 1, but it's also even. Any even number, you can divide 2 into it. So, not prime. In fact, because 32 is also even, not prime. 2 is the only even number that is prime. 25, I can divide by 1 and itself, but also 5. So it is not prime. So by process of elimination, the answer needs to be D, 37. And if you think about it, yeah, only 1 and itself can divide into 37.
Find the perimeter of this figure.
The perimeter is 42, which is answer C. To get that, all you have to do is add up these numbers. The perimeter is just the measurement of all the lengths of the sides of the figure. So you're going to have 9 plus 12 plus 9 plus 12. Add these numbers up, you're going to get 42.
What is the volume of this figure?
To find the volume of a box or rectangular prism, all you need to do is multiply the length, the width, and the height. For this particular box, you would multiply 2 times 3 times 4, which is 24. So the answer is D, 24 cubic feet.
Find the ordered pair for the equation y equals 2x plus 4 when x equals negative 3.
The ordered pair is going to be negative 3 comma negative 2, which is choice B. Now let's talk about a test-taking tip here. You can actually eliminate 2 of these choices before we even start the problem. How? Well, x needs to be negative 3. In coordinate form, x is listed first. So looking at this list, only B and C have negative 3 in the first spot. The others don't even have them. So you can actually cross out A and D. Now let's actually do the problem. I'm going to write my equation over again, y equals 2, but then I'm going to create what I like to call a template. In place of the x, I'm going to use a set of parentheses, and I'm going to put negative 3 in its place, right there. Negative 3. Now just perform this operation of numbers here. Y is equal, 2 times negative 3 is negative 6, plus 4 is negative 2. So the y coordinate is negative 2. Our ordered pair is going to be the x and then the y. X is negative 3, y is negative 2. And this is answer B.
What set of numbers continues the pattern? Negative 10, negative 8, -6, -4.
To solve this type of problem, the important thing is to discover the pattern. You start off at -10, and then you ask yourself, well, what can I do to -10 to get -8? Well, you can add 2. Maybe that's the pattern. Well, let's check with the other numbers. -8 plus 2 is -6. -6 plus 2, yeah, it's -4. Well, there's our pattern. If we add 2 to -4, what do you get? -2. Oh. Now, look at your choices. I can eliminate C and D. They don't start off with -2 like these two do. Let's continue on. Plus 2, you're going to get 0. Oh, that's A, not B. So we don't even need to continue. We have our answer. That was the last problem for this video. Don't worry, if you visit lumostestprep.com, you can find hundreds of additional ones.